Is for our office to go down to the county prison, interview and assess inmates who are in the county prison who are in need of drug and alcohol treatment, to do the assessment, determine if that is the case, and then get them from the prison to rehab. And that is to it's threefold reason for that. It helps with the overcrowding at the county prison. It helps people that need help get help, and the third most important, it doesn't cost the county any money to do that, because as soon as the person leaves, the person is on MA. The day they leave, medical assistance will pay for their rehabilitation stay.
So it saves us on the medical side as well.
It saves us all the way around.
All good reasons.
Right, and to date, we've had one case. I'm not going to talk about the advisory dinner we had. We had a woman who was 34 weeks, not months, 34 weeks pregnant at the prison, and we got her out of the prison, and we got her to the Advantage House to a rehabilitation bed. So it works.
What's our capacity? How many people could we process?
We can do as many as need be.
Do we have to get special permission from the courts to move them
Well,
out?
what happens is there's a system. Probation is normally our referral source, or the county prison counselors. But if someone's in there under probation supervision, let's say I'm on probation and I violate my probation, and it's drug and alcohol. I had a hot urine, and they put me in jail. Well, they might not necessarily want to keep me in jail, max me out. They might say, okay, you had a hot urine, you're on probation. Maybe we can get you assessed and we can get you treatment, okay? Because those people are going to be in there a short time anyway. They might get a 60-day, a 90-day hit from probation. So what we do is probation calls us and says, hey, we have this person on probation. They're in the prison on violation of a hot urine. Could you go see them? That's the kind of candidate that would be ideal to get out of there, because they're only going to be there 60, 90 days anyway. The county prison, I think, with the numbers there, I think the average stay is 120 days. So there's a lot of overcrowding with those people from 30 to 90 days, the short-termers, and that's what it's pretty much designed to address. And, you know, as we get referrals, we do assessments. So we don't, again, voluntary talks about and hears about the heroin epidemic, and it's here in Lebanon County. The things that our office supports and helps in fighting that battle, we have some things going on. We have a group that started at PCS. It's called Families Join. That's for families to come together that are struggling with a loved one or a family member who's dealing with a heroin addiction. So that is an opportunity for families to attend those groups, which is funded by our office. Again, I spoke about detox. We have our own detox facility here run by White Deer Run New Perspectives. We also have a in-county rehabilitation center run by New Perspectives. And we also have a Methadone Clinic in our county. So we have a lot of, I'll call them tools, we have a lot of resources to take this heroin epidemic head on. The other thing that we also have in Lebanon County, we have buprenorphine services through the RAISE project. And the other thing that's coming to this county, and I just submitted a proposal 2 days ago to DDAP. DDAP just came out with an initiative. I don't know if you're aware of it, but the governor has put aside $5 million of his upcoming budget to fight heroin and the epidemic. And counties were encouraged to write a proposal on, if you received any of this money, how would you use the money in your county? The project or the proposal had to include something that is not already existing in your county. So our office partnered with PCS as a provider, and we came up with a proposal which we submitted on Wednesday to DDAP, and it's just a matter of time until we hear back from them who they're awarding the money to. It would be nice and fair if they awarded $75,000 to each county across the state. It would take up to $5 million. However, they made it a competitive process, which isn't the best of things for some of the counties. So we're in a competitive competition, I guess, for that money. When I get that decision, I'm hoping it's by July 1, so that money, if we're awarded, can be used at the beginning of the fiscal year. I'm encouraged, I'm excited, and I do believe that Lebanon County has a chance to receive some of that money.
How much
Well, the amount
did you put in for?
we put in for $273,000.
Cool.
You know, we reach for the sky. If we get some or any of that money, we'll be blessed. Just to give you some idea, the program that we're coming up with is heroin addicts tend to be loners, tend to do their own thing, and sometimes in treatment, that's how they go through treatment as well. And what we'd like to do through PCS and some groups, some families, some multi-system therapy for these people, not only the client who's going through the addiction, but as well as family support members as well. So we're going to try to make it a multi-system approach, kind of like what we did with the adolescent outpatient program over at PCS that we received reinvestment money through CABHC. So it's the same principle, it's just dealing with a different population.
Whether it's heroin or alcohol, which you said are your top two
Yes.
addictions, and I heard you say that the majority of your referrals come from the legal system.
Correct.
Can somebody just walk through your door, or must they have a referral?
No, we have, our second most referral source would be self-referred. So yes, we get most of, the most we get, it's on page, if you look at the annual report, just for a breakdown, on page 24, it says clients by referral type. We had 258 clients referred by legal. We had 235 self-referred clients. Now, if you also look up on that chart, you see family and friends. We only had 17 referrals. So when we looked at putting a program together, it was obvious to us, probation can send you to us, you can come to us, but it's my belief that it's going to take more than that. It's going to be taking the people that you live with, you socialize with, supports to get this done. So we looked at that low referral rate of 17 people by family and friends, so we felt that would be a key component to help these people in their recovery. So.
But if a family knows someone needs help and they refuse it and are uncooperative, is there something you can do to help?
Well, our services are voluntary to begin with for not only the client but the family. So we're not going to be able to force someone to get involved in this counseling. It's all voluntary. The only people that can force people to do that is probation, parole. So we're hoping that the people that are involved in this truly want to be helped. For those who, parents and loved ones and support people don't want to get involved, there's not much we can do about that.
Make a distinction between heroin addiction and opiate addiction, like OxyContin. I asked that because when the coroner was here with his report, he was saying often, there'd be dual users or the deaths that were recorded.
Most of the times, the people that we deal with, we see, for our statistics, we have to identify a primary drug. But quite often, most often, the people are using multiple drugs. I don't distinguish between any drug, to be honest with you, whether it's marijuana, alcohol. I mean, a drug's a drug,